Hello again, everyone. Edwin Lerner back once again. In this segment, what I want to talk about is basically an update on my living situation, which is not good, and again, continued comments regarding the fact that I don't have comments enabled. Basically, statements, whether they're through messages or on the few videos that I have comments enabled about those comments, being negative ones on me not having the comments enabled on the majority of my videos. And the first thing, and I may be talking about some other things, but the thing is, first and foremost, you can see I'm still, in this same place, and nothing's changed as far as my living status or situation goes, sadly. I had put up, a number of videos some time ago. I understand I haven't been current. I haven't put anything up in recent time, but that doesn't mean the situation has changed. I think there's a number of people out there that just assume that everything was all honky-dory and it was all okay with me. But right now, I'm still having to pay, rather extravagant rate here. I've been, this has been like 33 months right now, and I don't understand why I couldn't get one person really to help me with a viable living situation. I know somebody out there has something, and I understand that people can be apprehensive, they could be hesitant because they don't really, know me that well. But all I was asking for is just for, some room to rent. I don't need any, links sent to me or anything of that nature. I don't, qualify for most places, due to my income, lack of it. And I need, somebody out there, that actually has, a room to rent, or has a friend maybe, or something that would have a room, available. That's what I need at this point in time. And the thing is, I mean, this has been going on for too long, and people, they want to be so quick, to give their commentary, their negative commentary regarding, the fact I don't have comments enabled. When I say the commentary on the few videos that I have the comments open, or they'll send a message stating, well, we should have your comments open and this and that. Well, people want me to do this, but yet, nobody even inquires with me regarding the living situation. It's been months, I believe, since I've even heard from anybody, stating, hey, Edwin, are you okay? What's going on with that right now? I think what happens is that I understand some of this has to do with the fact, again, that I haven't been current regarding, this. And I think a lot of people did think that everything was okay and I had, everything was all set, but that's not the case. Just because I haven't been talking about it doesn't mean everything was just automatically okay. I think people, just by, whether how we're programmed or conditioned, there's a tendency, to be more aggressive on things that are actually impacting them as opposed to another person. And that being said, it seems like that certainly applies to my situation. People writing me, saying, why don't you have the comments enabled? And, I did a video on that anyway, at least more than one video on it, and you can find it on the channel, on my YouTube astrology channel, which, on this channel here. But getting all this, messaging regarding, the comments not being enabled, and nobody even writes asking about the living situation. It just seems like it's obscene considering how long this has gone on, with me, that somebody could have helped at this point in time. And I did get one, something happened about a year ago where, I got something in Colorado, but what happened was it only lasted about a week because the situation just was not, I thought it would be possibly okay, but when I got there and I had the experience, it just wasn't going to be a fit for me. And basically wasted my time going all the way over there, and all the money that had to be spent on airfare. And but the thing is, I'm still in need, so I hope somebody, you have my, I understand the comments won't be enabled on this video, but you could still, the emails, I'm sure most of you know the emails you can write me at, or you can message me on Facebook if by chance you have something for me. And it's not limited to Colorado necessarily. It can be, some other places, as long as it's a fit. The main thing that I need right now is the internet. I could afford about, up to about $600 a month. Um, and the thing is, when people are going through a hard time, and then all you hear is, well, why aren't the comments enabled? It's basically adding insult to abject misery. It's like, say, you're out in the yard in the summer, whatever, you're mowing your lawn, and something happens and it's not working, and then it's everything but out of commission, and somebody just comes by, and puts some water, into the fuel tank, system, and just makes it worse for you. So it's kind of like that. Um, the thing is, people can be aggressive, when they want to write, and they want to get some free, astrological information or insight into their chart, but at the same time, they're not willing to actually do something to make, to actually help the situation. I haven't gotten much, feedback lately on, for astrology charts. The fundraiser's been okay. The recent one could be doing a little bit better. I am grateful, though, to the people out there that have donated. I mean, your help has been immense to me, and I'm not making, trying to say in this video that everything's all negative with everybody. Far from it, because there's been a number of people out there that have done things that have been beneficial and advantageous to me, and I do appreciate it. Some people don't, a lot of people don't have the situation, because I know not everybody lives in the United States. I know there's a number of people out there that are in other countries, and for obvious reasons, those places would not be viable for me, would not be a feasible kind of fit unless I was willing to get out of the country to go somewhere. But I understand a lot of instances, and even people in the U.S., a lot of them may not have, the kind of, situation that would be available. Their life situation may be such where it wouldn't be convenient for me to be there, such as, say somebody, that's got, a significant other there or something, and it just wouldn't be, a situation where they would feel necessarily comfortable with me being at the place, or the lack of space. Some people may only be renting out a studio or one bedroom or something, and they're just not in the situation, just wouldn't be convenient for them. And the thing is, it's just a shame that, it's just been so long this has gone on with me. It just doesn't seem like it should have been going on this long. I understand, the fact I am an adult, I'm an older person, I'm 53 years old. A lot of people will say, well, why don't he just, go about doing things himself and get this done on his own? Well, the thing about that is, I understand why people would state that, but it's not like one of those things, due to my restrictions and limitations I have, that I can just snap my fingers and everything's just going to go, be okay. It's hard for me, to get approved, for an apartment, largely because the income, situation, that I'm on. Credit history is not, not good. I mean, and when you have, these things that are working against you, it's a situation which it's harder to extricate yourself from as a result. And I would hope people would, respect and understand that. And the thing is, at the same time, I understand, saying before about, a lot of people may not have the situation for me, but I do believe there's a number of people that can have something, and they just basically, they chose to just kind of, put a blind eye on things, so to speak, and that's what bothers me. I understand with all the people that have viewed these videos I've put up regarding, needing help in terms of living situation. I believe somebody, at least one person, had something that just chose not to, respond, because, whether it's for their private, because they just might be a private person, or, one of those things, well, no, it's not my problem, I'm not going to worry about it. So, I understand how that goes as well. And there's just really not a lot of, at this point in time in my life, there's not an overabundance of things to be happy about, to be jumping up and down about. I mean, I am grateful to be alive and to have, some subsistence and survival, though, and, needs met. And, I have been able to do that, but it's just been, a situation where, I need something, that's going to be, not just a little bit, a lot cheaper than where I currently am. So those are some things that I wanted to get at. And the thing is, when there's diminished viewership, on videos, which is the case right now. I mean, I'm at like about 36,000, maybe around 36,000 views a month, which is good for a lot of people. But considering I peaked around 2018, when there was a point I had like 100, I was getting like 108,000 views per month. And when people want me to do this and enable the comments, but they just want to boycott the ship. They don't even want to watch a lot of the videos anymore. That doesn't give me any incentive to do that. I'm not going to worry about that if that's that being the case. I think it's like the case where people want to have the cake and eat it too. They want to be able to say, "Oh, Edwin, you got to enable the comments and do this for us," but they're not willing to do anything, to really reciprocate. So to me, I just don't see the point. I had the comments disabled largely. A lot of it was due to time constraints, and I had things that I needed to do, and have to and take care of certain things, and in my life. And there's not like, I don't really have the time to be sitting around and be answering the comments on there. And it's just really, that's really the main reason. And also dealing with questions that people could have answered just by looking on going online. Like, for example, somebody wrote me one time when I had comments enabled. They asked me, what do the words powerful and intense mean? And I couldn't believe that. I'm like, you're asking me this. Those two words you need to define. It's just like you could have just Googled that if you didn't know those words. And I'm surprised someone would ask what that meant to begin with. I mean, those are not like really, high level, vocabulary words to begin with. But, if you didn't know them, then, you could just Google it online and get the answers. Why would you even ask me? And it's just things of that nature. And that's why I had disabled the comments. And, but anyway, people, I still do need, some place, to stay. And the thing is, I just hope that, I can get some answer. And I don't need, links being sent to me from Craigslist or something, or some other, outlets, from some other website. I need somebody that actually, sees the video, that has something that they can offer, or has maybe a friend or acquaintance they know that would have, something in terms of, some room to rent. And again, the most I can afford is about $600 a month. And the main thing is that it has, the internet, there, and that the neighborhood is at least fairly safe. So that's basically, what I'm, striving for at this point in time. But anyway, people, that'll conclude this segment. Until next time, Edwin Margaret saying, stay well.